It does take a lot of effort for dementia residents to change their direction of thinking or do the positive thinking, as they used to call it. And before the workshops, they'd often come up with excuses that they had a funny head, or that it's not working, or they don't feel well, or they don't want to, or whatever. But I would go all out to encourage them to come to the workshops, because if they didn't get this new line of thinking, this quality of thinking happening, then they are subjected to that dementia stress long term. So most would come, and the positive thing about being in the group is that then once they came to the group, they would then encourage each other. And that's the main thing. Once they could see that everyone else was making an effort along with themselves, that would inspire them and motivate them to make the effort as well. But the big thing was to get to the group. That was the most important thing. And it did take an incredible amount of luring or motivational techniques or whatever I could come up with to get people there. But of course, once the trust was built, once the confidence was built, once the dementia residents started to feel the gains that they were making, once they could get this quality of thinking, this positive thinking going through their intellect, it removed them from that dementia way of thinking. They were very appreciative to be able to have this chance to improve and increase their ability to have a quality of life in a dementia unit. But of course, it's all about effort, a lot of it, from all sides actually, not just the dementia resident side, but equally from the diversional therapist side. The person who's taking the workshop has to go all out with the dementia residents to understand them, to know their background, to be able to tune into what it is they're likely to be saying, the eye contact, the energy, the connection, the enthusiasm, on it goes. I mean, you just have to go all out, be all in for these people. And when they can see that you're making a genuine effort and that you really do want them to progress, then on the basis of that, they feel, oh, well, I should be making an effort, I suppose. I mean, there was one dementia resident who used to say to me, I don't feel I'm meeting the requirements. And I used to say to her, you are meeting the requirements. You're doing very well. You're doing really well. And the big thing when someone's doubting themselves like this, though they're making an effort equally, is encouragement. That's the important thing. And dementia residents say that we need to be encouraged, and we don't get enough of it. So whatever it is that your mother, father, relative is doing that's on the positive slope, the progressive slope, the trying hard slope, encourage them. Mum, it's fantastic. It's great. You're making such a good effort. I mean, the thing is, even to be in a dementia unit and be pleasant, that is a huge achievement in itself, isn't it? So to encourage your mother, Mum, we really appreciate the efforts you're making, that you're nice to us, that you're accepting being here, that you're getting on with the ladies, that you're eating your food, whatever it is. Just encourage them and support them. Now, at the unit I worked at, the staff, of course, work incredibly hard. I mean, everywhere in dementia units, staff work hard. And one of the nurses used to come around, actually she used to do vaccinations each year, and she said to me, it's good to see that you're encouraging the dementia residents to make an effort, because she said, as nurses and carers, we just tend to do everything for them, and we don't expect them to make an effort or ask them to make an effort. But it is a really good idea that they do whatever they can do to help us and to help themselves. So that was good reassurance on her part, that she was observing that. And it is important. I mean, if dementia residents start to make an effort to think, then hopefully they'll start to make an effort to lift their leg when someone's trying to put their trousers on, or lift their arm when someone's trying to put their shirt on. I mean, when we make an effort on a thinking level, we'll also start to make effort on a physical level, and it helps everyone all round. So I've written a little bit about this, the resident's voice. I've written this book. So on this topic. Let's see what we have. Equal effort, making an effort. Effort in communication, activities and outings shouldn't just be one way. The dementia resident has to make an effort in activities and outings too. Similarly, in the group, it is expected that everyone make a similar effort and contribute. If someone is intensely shy, it is accommodated to a certain extent, but still, at least some contribution or comment is expected. If residents sense that the person can speak but isn't out of choice, laziness or insolence, they don't take to that too kindly, especially when everyone else is making the effort to help themselves and one another. So this book I've written, The Resident's Rise and The Resident's Voice, everything in the description below. So thank you for your support, likes, comments, everything's quietly gearing up. It's exciting. Thank you so much. And please pass on the links and subscribe.